Wrestling fans, guys, yesterday I woke up and I was doing what I usually do before I go to work. Listen to music, scroll through Facebook, things of that nature. When I was scrolling through Facebook, I saw that Ramon, Scott Hall, was on life support and that it was possibility that he was going to get taken off later on during the day. Well, I thought, oh crap, I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know that was going on. Went to work during all my breaks. Took a short break. I checked and I saw that Scott Hall passed away. Ramon passed away. WWE did a great job with that video package last night on Raw. They did a great job using superstars and people who was closest to him. I thought it was very good that they used Ramon and Scott Hall, both names in the video package. They didn't leave just one out. They didn't just use one name. So I appreciate that they did that. I appreciate, and I'm sure everybody appreciates the fact that they did not just target the Ramon image, the Ramon impact that he did in WWF back in the 90s, that they targeted and they showed appreciation for what he did in WCW and what he did in WWE. I appreciate what they did with that. WWE went all out with that video package, as well they should, and they always do a great job every time something like this comes up. So good job on their part. But wrestling fans, when we think about Scott Hall and we think about the impact he made on not only the wrestling fans but professional wrestling, sports entertainment in general. I mean, just think back. Just think back to the whole champion versus champion, Intercontinental title on the line, Shawn Michaels holding on to the so-called vacated Intercontinental Championship when he was suspended. So that title was suspended with him. He brought that title back to the WWF. Ramon, the Intercontinental Champion, WrestleMania 10, first ever ladder matchup. Ramon winning that match after a tremendous contest and becoming the undisputed Intercontinental Champion. Still to this day, the blueprint, what laid down the foundation to what we see in ladder matches. If you go back and you look at highlights of ladder matches and things of that nature, that is one match that WWE still to this day goes back to. They don't go back to all of them. They don't go back to all the tag team ladder matches. They don't go back to everything that they have had in the past. But that particular ladder match, they still go back to. That says a lot, wrestling fans. It really does. Scott Hall, Ramon, I've always said that Survivor Series, and anybody who has watched me for any length of time at all, any anybody who is my friend or has been my friend for any length of time at all, you know who you are. Look, you know that Survivor Series, that pay-per-view, has a soft spot for me. And the way it's been treated has really kind of made me cringe as of late. But Scott Hall was part of a tremendous, just a very important aspect of the 1992 Survivor Series. And it was a great way how he came in, being tag teamed with Ric Flair. A great way. That alone, and how he was put with Ric Flair. And, after that, he did move on from Ric Flair because Ric Flair was about to, leave and go back to WCW. But, he moved on from that and got into the WWE Championship matchup. He was the number one contender for the WWE title at the Royal Rumble. Not a lot of people talk about that. Not a lot of people talk about that particular matchup in 1993. Now, he wasn't going to win that. Bret Hart was clearly on his way to facing the 550 some odd pounds of Yokozuna. But the fact that Razor Ramon, in that short a period of time, because he hadn't been in WWE for a long time at that point, was in the main event at the Royal Rumble going after the WWE title, should speak volume to us all. Now, Razor Ramon had that rematch with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 1995. He did lose that matchup. He lost it, but it was a very good rematch. Very good. Helped 1, 2, 3 Kid. He helped, let me rephrase that. I'm not so sure he helped Double J Jeff Jarrett in the in their handicap matchup in your house and things of that nature. I'm not sure he helped Double J Jeff Jarrett's character and get that off the ground. But yeah, he was in that rival and things like that. Listen, as Razor Ramon in WWE throughout his tenure, without a question, without a doubt, he was one of the best mid-card champions WWE ever had in the early to mid-90s, without a doubt. And it was a shame that he never held the WWF Championship. That title, it's a shame he never held it, because he would have made a great champion. As far as WCW, it writes itself. NWO and the impact that made. Scott Hall, you will be missed. If there's any way to put a good way, a good term, a good phrase on Scott Hall, it would be a success story. How he overcame things and stayed with DDP and things like that outside of the whole wrestling business. A success story. Ended up in the Hall of Fame because we know how WWE is with their Hall of Fame, about how you have to kind of clean yourself up, be on the right path, and things of that nature. So it's great how he was able to do that. Scott Hall, you will be missed. But I want to come say a few good words about Scott Hall, because he definitely was one of the superstars that I really enjoyed watching. Really enjoyed watching back when I was younger, in the 90s, early 90s up to 96. Definitely really enjoyed watching Razor Ramon. And, my family always had on the TV in the back, in one of the rooms, we had WCW Nitro on, and in the front room we had Monday Night Raw. So, always got a little bit of both each and every week. So, wrestling fans, always had a little bit of, hey, listening to Scott Hall say, his catchphrases and stuff each and every week. So, thoughts and prayers go out to, the wrestling fans out there and Scott's family and friends out there as well. So, outside of that, Raw last night, not too much happened. Not really at all. WWE throwing hints and stuff that Cody Rhodes is going to be back at WrestleMania. They're doing that, and outside of that, not too much happened on Monday Night Raw last night. So it looks like we possibly are going to see Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. But y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Hit that subscribe button. And until I see you again, this is Webby. And I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.